Hi ladies, it's Valerie. It is again a late night. Just got back from walking, so the hair's up and gotta, you know, all this on. So anyway, I'm gonna do this pretty quickly. This is just about choosing a pediatrician for us, and we're 99% sure that we have that we are going to be going with the pediatrician that we did a tour with. Normally we would do more than one tour. However, we were recommended by our Bradley instructor to this particular practice, and we were also recommended by a friend of ours. And we like what the practice offers, which is what I'm going to discuss. And I'm just going to tell you what we did. I can't really offer any advice as far as how to choose a pediatrician or anything. There are tons of resources on the internet, questions you can ask. But again, it all just really pertains to what you are wanting in a pediatrician. There were certain things that we really wanted, which are things that I will share with you. And luckily, the practice that we found really encompasses a lot of what we want. So that's a great thing. I don't think that there's anything that we really dislike about the practice. However, it's just hard to say before we, actually start using it. So I don't think that we'll really be able to, I'll be able to maybe make a review of our practice once we start going. So things that were important for us and a little bit about our practice is vaccine friendly. And what I mean when I say that is not that they are pro-vaccine and not that they're anti-vaccine, just that they're open, that they're, maybe a better term is just vaccine flexible. They're not going to kick you out of the practice if you don't want a vaccine, if you don't want to vaccinate. They are very supportive of alternate schedules, delayed schedules. They are very familiar with Dr. Sears, the vaccine book. I think I showed you that in another video. So they're very open to that. So that was important for us. We have not 100% decided what our vaccination choices are going to be. We're still in the process of researching that, which I have to get on pretty soon, a little bit more to figure out what we will be doing. At this point, I can just tell you that we are not going to be vaccinating at the hospital. So that Hep B vaccine, it will not be administered at the hospital. If we choose to have that vaccine, it will be administered at I think the 2-month pediatrician visit, or later. Honestly, we haven't decided completely what we're doing yet, and I'm not sure how I feel about the Hep B right now anyway. So anyway, the practice that we're choosing, it has a newborn entrance for patients under 6 weeks old, which is great, a separate entrance. They do have separate waiting rooms, well waiting rooms and sick waiting rooms, so that's really nice. The practice does have 8 different pediatricians, and one would be your primary doctor. However, they schedule flexibly enough that if you need to come in for a sick visit, you can normally get in on the same day, and in that case, you may not be able to see your primary physician. But they do have 8 different pediatricians. Started out just as one pediatrician and has grown. So they're all kind of the same mindset as far as again, the whole practice is very flexible with vaccinations and things like that. They all, of course, are going to have their own methods and their own styles. So I do like that there is a lot to choose from. I don't know how I feel about the fact that it is just such a large practice. I don't know if maybe once we get, going, if we'll feel like we need something a little bit of a smaller practice. But again, for the time being, I'll explain a little bit more about why we're liking this practice so much. When you go in the offices, they have, a train track above, so the train's running through the different rooms. They have toys. And they have kind of themes in the bathroom and stuffed animals and toys hung up. And I'll have to take a picture or a video the next time we go and just show you, kind of what it looks like. But it's very, very kid friendly. Seems like a place kids would love to go. I believe there's TVs in all the waiting rooms, which again I'm not for you know, keeping your kids occupied just with the TVs, but it is a good option for either you or the kids to keep you occupied. Let's see, what is my other, I'm looking at my list. They are open 7 days a week, which is awesome, because that's going to save you on, you know, especially as a new parent, first-time parent, it's going to save you on emergent care visits or, you know, urgent care, you know, those copays. My plan doesn't personally have a copay, but those, you know, those places in general, whether you're paying a copay or you're paying whatever your plan has, it's going to be more expensive at an emergent care center, either an emergency room or an urgent care. So they are open 7 days a week, which is great. The thing that I like a lot about this practice as well, especially for his first few weeks of life, since really I feel like we'll be trying out the practice anyway, so this is a selfish reason, but they have lactation support, and they're very supportive of breastfeeding. They actually have 2 lactation consultants, international board certified lactation consultants, so 2 IBCLCs there, and they do encourage that you visit with them at, you know, your 3-day checkup or, you know, 1-week checkup or whatever. So I think that that is just incredible, and that's just awesome that they offer that. I don't think that any other pediatrician in our area does that, and so that's something that I'm excited to take advantage of. The other thing, they are about 20 to 25 minutes from our house. There are closer pediatricians. However, you know, again, we've checked with our Bradley instructor and also some friends, and the practices that they go to are not really that vaccine flexible. So, again, I've heard great things about this practice. We have had referrals. No matter what, we're not going to know until we start using a practice who we like. So, honestly, for the lactation support and you know, just the separate entrance and the separate waiting rooms and all of that, and their flexibility with vaccinations, we're pretty positive that this is the one that we will be choosing. So anyway, I just wanted to do an overview of how we were choosing. Some people I know just don't even care about choosing. They're just like, I'll just go with whichever, you know, whoever we see at the hospital. That's one thing. Our hospital is not close to our house. The hospital that we'll be delivering out is not close to our house. So our pediatrician will not be the one checking him out at the hospital. So again, that's not really an option for us. Our midwife practice did offer a list of pediatricians, but again, they were not in the in our area. So we're not going to drive an hour to see a pediatrician. So anyway, I think that is it. I hope that answers your questions. If you have any, you can leave them below. Someone in the last video, I don't know if they'll watch this one, they had asked why we weren't doing either a home birth or a birth center birth. In our state, there's only one birth center, and it is about 5 hours from where we live. There will be another birth center opening March of next year, and that one would be an option for us in the future. And we're actually seeing the practice that will be running that birth center. So we are, you know, doing all that we can to do that. And they are, you know, delivering in a hospital. They're practicing in the hospital right now. And the reason we're not doing a home birth at this time is because in our state as well, it's something with the midwives. They are not legally allowed to practice, I think. It's something with the legal, you know, legalistically, and also, you know, with our insurance, we have to go with who we're covered with. And again, I think that the way that the state has the midwives system set up, that it's not allowed. So it's a shame, but we are, like I said, we are doing absolutely 100% all that we can do to be with the best practice that we feel supports natural birth. And yeah, so we are very happy and very pleased with who we've chosen. So thank you, ladies, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.